Hey everybody, welcome back to Wednesday here on ChronoSpeakeasy.com. I'm your host Paul, joined with Angela.
Hi you.
Jay.
Hey!
And Rob.
Hello.
How y'all doing, gang? Welcome back to the trailer park.
Trailer park?
Yeehaw.
Yeah, trailer park.
Is that what we called it last time, or do we call it trailer trash?
Well,
I feel-
we're at the
hold on, wait.
trailer park now. We're at the trailer
As
park.
As the
I don't
person
recall
who
the last
names,
one, so we can have it be trailer park with me here.
as the person who names most of these podcast episodes, you think I'd remember?
No,
It's like
because there's
someone
so
who names
many.
these podcasts. I don't know what I'm doing.
We named something trailer trash at some point,
Yeah.
or trailer park something, or
Welcome to the trailer park where we talk about trailer trash.
yeah,
Is it-
that works.
is it
Okay,
trailer
all right.
trash?
I like that intro.
Yeah.
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 support it.
I mean, because we've got a lot to go over. I mean, about 3 or 4 things, which will stretch out to probably about an hour and 15 minutes,
You
much to
know we
Rob's
will.
dismay.
He looks happy
Okay.
about it.
Yeah.
for the
I'm just going to
listeners.
dive right in because I'm really excited to talk about this. And this won't be chronological, but I really need to hear everyone's thoughts about Joker. Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker. Test footage was released. What do we think? What are our thoughts? Let's go.
Well, I'm going to go
nuts.
first because I value my opinions more than you guys. I fucking love it. I think it looks really good. And I think that means something because, I hate DC movies and the DC cinematic universe. I think is garbage. But this fucking looks dope.
I agree. No, I think it looks really good. I like especially just that one image of him standing there with like the projection of the Joker mask
Oh,
going
God.
over. Like the visuals are just really, really cool.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of confused at like what the story will be, but I'm just gonna try to keep my like pessimistic nerd brain at bay and just be like, if it's a good movie, I don't care.
Look, I think if anything, we're going to get some quality performances out of this
Yeah.
movie.
It takes place like what, the 70s, early 80s?
Yeah, I mean,
Like, this is going to be great.
it's like he's
That's like prime serial killer territory, and he's going to be perfect.
but he's wearing like a Caesar Romero Joker leisure suit.
yes.
Which, I mean, it's actually a little out of the comic book. 'cause remember how he would have like the green shirt and the yellow vest, like the mustard yellow vest, and then the purple suit. That's what he's rocking, especially in that footage they released of him on the subway. So, I don't know. I like what I'm seeing so far, and I also think the makeup is
yes.
great because I like that it's not a rehash of the same old other Jokers we've seen. Like I like the nose a bit and the blue over the eyes.
It's like, and I was when I first saw it, I told this to Paul, but it's like the perfect blend of like John Wayne Gacy and Dahmer. And I'm like, yes, that is unnerving. That's unnerving. I love it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool, creepy look, and I hope that the movie's good.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with it. If it's just kind of like a R-rated Diary of a Serial Killer type thing, or like
I'd love it even more if they did that.
I think
Yeah,
I'm
just like-
in the same boat as you, Rob. Like, I think it looks cool. I think this is going to be like a cool interpretation of the Joker. Like, I feel, isn't the Joker one of those things like you're not supposed to know where he comes from and stuff?
yeah, that's
He just kind of is an existence that's in the DC universe. So I think it's going to be cool. Like, Joaquin Phoenix is a great fucking actor. He looks awesome. I'll probably have fun watching it, but like, I'm so torn with it.
to me. I think the best possibility here is that this is just a sign of DC being like, who cares about the cinematic universe? Let's just try to make good movies on their own.
Oh my God, I wish.
Well, you know what? I think what if, now hear me out. One of the things one of the early arguments I used to hear back in my I want to say, I don't want to say early days of comic book collecting, but when I reached that point in my life where I could kind of like talk about comics from a somewhat intellectual level, where one of the arguments I would always hear was, well, Marvel Comics is better, but DC has better self-contained stories. And by that meaning like The Killing Joke, Dark Knight Returns, Long Halloween. And in some ways that's true, because when we talk about DC, there are like certain go-tos you can point at, whereas Marvel, like, I don't know, I'm not familiar with too many Marvel characters having like their own Killing Joke or their own Dark Knight Returns. I mean, there are certain like Born Again by Frank Miller for Daredevil was really cool. But so I guess what I'm wondering is if this could be applicable to the movies, where they may not do a very good job doing like a DC universe, but if they focus on self-contained stories where they just sort of like each film is in its own world and that's that.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Maybe that actually might be a better thing for the movies. I don't know. I mean, but this looks to me more like a film than like a cash grab. Like this looks more like in the vein of Christopher
like
Nolan.
Somebody's making a fucking movie here.
Right.
It's a
I
film.
agree with that.
It's a film. It's going to be lovely.
Yeah,
It's
no,
a film.
I would be down, because think about it. Even if like they made Man of Steel, like Zack Snyder made that, at the same time as like the Nolan Batman movies, but they're completely disconnected.
Yeah.
I feel like people would probably dislike Man of Steel less, because they're like, whatever.
Right.
We still got the good Batman. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. And I think,
Well, I think they're probably trying to do like another rewashing, because they got rid of Henry Cavill too. So like they're probably going to find someone else to be Superman, because realistically they only have like a handful of characters that they're like, oh, we know that people will watch these movies no matter what. So like, and Joker is one of those characters where it's like everyone wants to know more about him. Let's give them as much Joker as they can take.
right. The only thing that I don't want to say that worries me, because and I hate to compare it back to Marvel again, but before Winter Soldier came out, you had the Russo brothers involved with that, and I only knew the Russo brothers from Community. Like that was it. And they knocked it out of the park. This guy, Todd Phillips, I mean, he did the Hangover trilogy, Starsky and Hutch,
Oh, shit.
Old School, Road Trip. So it's like, it doesn't inspire a lot of confidence, but that doesn't mean this.
How do you think Will Ferrell's gonna fit into the cast?
I think this is actually going to be really good.
I don't know.
Because if the Joker's supposed to be like a failed comedian, who better to write that than a fucking comedian?
Well, you know what I think what's interesting too is that Martin Scorsese is producing this.
What?
And I feel like,
That's so random and awesome at the same time. I don't
or at least the rumor is that he's like kind of listed as in some producing capacity.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Well-
Domino is
Oh, yeah.
laying on the power stroke.
No.
And I don't like it.
Nope.
So
Okay.
real quick to go off of what Angela said before with a comedian writing it and who better. Pretty much all comedians in general have to like fail as comedians before they can actually be comedians.
Yeah, and a lot of the times they have to. Most comedians have very tragic backgrounds. They come from very
Typically,
horrifying places. Yeah, I mean, and the funnier they are, the kind of more screwed up their childhood was, and a lot of that is because they have to find the joke, in order to kind of move forward. And so I think there's something really interesting about having a guy known for his hilarious films to be working on something like this.
Yeah.
But I think there's
Also-
a difference between like comedians and comedic directors too, because
Yeah.
who knows if they like Judd Apatow didn't really do stand-up comedy until like way later in his life, because he wanted to do a stand-up special,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
And I think what's worth noting is the cast. Because obviously we have Joaquin Phoenix as the title role.
I honestly have no idea who's in it other than him.
Well,
There's
Zazie
Joaquin
Beetz,
Phoenix.
Domino
That's
from
pretty sweet.
Deadpool, she's in it. According to IMDb, Francis Conroy of 6 Feet Under and American Horror Story
Ooh,
is set to be in it.
that's cool.
Yeah. Alec Baldwin was in it. Apparently he dropped out, so I'm not too sure what the story is with that, but Alec Baldwin was set to play Thomas Wayne. Yeah, so let's see here.
I don't think I would want to see
looks
that.
Looks like a Brett Cullen is going to be Thomas Wayne. Actually, what's funny enough, he was in The Dark Knight Rises. He was like one of the police. He was a police officer that was like, I guess, seduced by Selena Kyle.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like he's gonna play Thomas Wayne now. You have Mark Maron from Glow.
Shit.
Oh shit.
His role isn't confirmed yet.
I like him.
And then finally, and this is according to IMDb, some up and coming actor named Robert De Niro.
What?
So, as cool as like that many notable actors are, I always
Robert De Niro.
worry with that sort of thing with having too many cooks. Like having too many big names out there, it makes me feel like the movie is going to fail.
I disagree.
Me too.
I'm not too worried
disagree.
about
That's fine.
this, just
'Cause,
because.
I'll say like most of the time when they try and get too many like, this actor, it's just kind of just be more like you should just watch this because you know them.
Well, if
opposed
you
to
think
it
about
being
it,
a good
though,
story.
if you think about it, though, I mean, Joaquin Phoenix and Robert De Niro are kind of the only two really big name people that I know from this. I mean, granted, I know Francis Conroy and Mark Maron
Maron's
because
really well known now because of his podcast.
Yeah, but he's not like an A-lister.
he's not
like,
Robert De Niro level though.
He's not.
not-
Yeah,
yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix.
As far as
and-
actors go, but like, so
Yeah.
I'm not
Like,
saying I'm
if you ask my mom
completely
who
right
Mark
about
Maron
it,
was,
but
they would
it's just
have
one of
no
the things
idea.
I worry about in general.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. Look at Mamma Mia. I mean, that has a shit ton. That's way more
Yeah.
Haven't
famous
seen it.
people.
Fuck that.
Well, that was also said with a little bit of sarcasm.
Hey, people love ABBA, all
I
right?
mean, no, I
There's a
love ABBA.
museum.
Here's the thing. I fucking love ABBA. And I love certain musicals. But I didn't make it through the first 10 minutes of Mamma Mia.
And they
I
made a
couldn't
sequel
fucking
to
do it.
Mamma
I was
Mia.
like, no, I'm good.
Wasn't it
I
called-
I was actually at one point like, they have a sing-along edition. I'd be like, would it be just like a fun experiment to just go to the sing-along one and just see who's there?
No,
I assume a
that-
lot of
I
like
feel like that's
really
even
enthusiastic moms.
I feel like that's even
Probably.
worse because you know what's the one thing that's worse than like a musical? Like is being next to a fucking theater kid that's obsessed with that musical because they like talk out the
They know the social
entire
cues.
thing. They talk out the entire
stage
production, like the entire thing. They're like, and then they like sing along, and they make it more about them than it is about the fucking show because they're theater kids.
Would theater kids go to Mamma Mia though?
Yeah,
That seems more of like
yeah.
a
No, I no, because only because Rob, I went to school with theater kids who loved ABBA and Mamma Mia,
Everyone
so
loves
they're out
ABBA.
there.
They're
They're
all
out
there.
there.
Oh yeah.
But like, I haven't seen like a musical or anything like that. But couldn't you just like gently tap him on the shoulder and just be like, "Excuse me,
Nope.
shut the fuck up.
No, because in their
I'm going to
mind,
knock you out."
no, because in their mind, they're in a musical, and it's really upsetting. Okay,
would still threaten them.
if you're out there and you're a fucking theater kid and you're like, I'm a little offended by this, you know I'm right, yo. You know I'm right. You look around your fellow theater kids and you're like, God, it's so fucking obnoxious. You guys know.
No,
You know.
we know what happened, right? You probably would lock into some crazy like theater kid nerd rage where like they take off their beret and like throw it in your face and then like just feverishly scratch at you.
I was gonna say feverishly gruff your hair because they think it's cute, and it's just like
Listen,
enraging.
I've watched King of the Hill. I've been preparing for Pockets In for years. I'm ready for those sneak attacks.
Yeah, man. Like,
But if they did have
I mean-
Pockets In, I would just be like, I'm impressed.
I went to a liberal arts high school. The dance department was right next to the theater department. A lot of my friends were theater kids. Paul was a theater kid. Like, we know what this is. And fuck Mamma Mia, I'm good. I don't want to sit through that. And it was funny because one of the girls I work with, she's like, "Oh, you gotta watch it. You gotta try it again." And she's like, "Why don't we watch it together?" And I was like, "Absolutely not, because you're gonna sing along through the entire fucking thing, and I'm just gonna."
No, I
leave.
won't. Oh, here I go again.
So, like, probably the name of this episode is like Trailer Park Trash. ... Fuck Mama Mia.
Or Trailer Park Trash, the musical.
No, I do, because there are some musicals that I adore. You know,
Hey y'all, I saw a great play today.
what is that?
My favorite, I would say
That
Singing
was
in
my
the Rain's
Trailer
in my
Park
top
musical.
5
Oh, Jesus.
movies of all time. Said Singing in the Rain is in my top 5
Oh,
like
Singing
movies
in
of all
the Rain.
time.
Like Xanadu. I fucking love Xanadu. I fucking loved Xanadu. It's got a like Don Bluth animation in the middle. It's just what happens when too much cocaine is involved in anything. Like, I love Chicago. Like, I
Angry
do.
Also,
Beavers.
Singing in the Rain's a great movie.
Singing in the Rain's a fabulous
Let's
movie.
keep it real.
Yeah, Singing
Do
in
you
the
think
Rain's
they can make-
fabulous.
They should make a superhero musical.
It's only a matter
But,
of
like,
time.
Oh God, no.
I don't know
No.
what
They've made comedy bits with that, haven't they? Didn't they try to
but
do
what would it
Spider-Man?
lend itself?
Well, yeah, turn off the dark.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
People
Didn't some guy
died,
get like
didn't
paralyzed
they?
or die? Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Good times. That's why we don't have those.
Yeah.
All I can think of is that Rugrats episode where they went to
Smash.
see. Well, I was thinking of the Rugrats episode where Reptar. Remember they went to the musical
Yep.
on ice.
Yeah, the
Reptar,
Reptar Nice.
Yeah, gotta stop that. I just love the one was like, there is a kid on the ice. What's a dinosaur to do? Somebody call his mom.
And the Simpsons one. The Planet of the Apes.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Dr.
Dr. Seuss,
Seuss,
Dr.
Dr.
Seuss.
Seuss.
What's up, me, you dirty ape? I
Oh
can do
my
the whole fucking
God.
song.
I was wrong. It was Earth all along. Yes, you finally made a monkey. Yes, we finally made a monkey. Oh God, that needs to exist.
Yeah.
I would see the
Right?
shit out of that. Dr. Zayas, Dr.
I
Zayas.
love you, Dr. Zayas.
Yeah, like that. I mean, that's awesome. But like, oh God, Les Miserables, get away from me with that. Get away from
Yeah.
me with
I
that.
remember
Movie
I
for that
saw the
came
new
out,
Les Mis
I
in
was just
theaters.
upset.
I like Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney
haven't
Todd
seen
was
it.
okay, but like, it was okay. But like, oh
I
God.
feel you, Joanna.
See, so now you can see that Paul was a theater kid because he just had a moment. He just had
He's
his
that kid
theater
in the theater during Sweeney Todd.
He just
That's
had his moment.
I would be the kid that Jay punches out.
Yeah. He just had his moment. So you can see it comes out. They can't help themselves. It's okay. We're aware. But like,
I'm gonna storm off in a huff. Where's my beret?
but like, oh.
So I can cry into
So I
it.
watched the 90s version of Les Mis that didn't have any of the music, the one with Liam Neeson.
Oh yeah,
like-
and Jeffrey Rush.
Yeah, and Jeffrey Rush. And I remember watching it being like, holy fucking shit.
That was a
this
good movie.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And then my dad, at the end of it, he goes, now imagine that with singing. And I was like what?
nope.
I was like thinking, like, what are you high? What are you talking about? And he was like, no, this is a musical. And I'm like, what? Who would do? He's like, that's
Actually,
how it started, was a musical. And I was
would-
like, are you kidding me?
I would love to see Jeffrey Rush and Liam. I don't know if they can sing. I don't know what their
So-
backgrounds are, but I would love to
You
see
just
them
do
take a
spoken
crack.
word.
No, so then I tried to watch the one with Hugh Jackman, and I didn't even make it through the first 2 minutes before I shut that shit off. It's like he's like in
But
the
you missed the best part when
No.
Russell Crowe tries to sing.
Yeah, no, I saw Russell Crowe looking out the window watching like Hugh Jackman singing with the prisoners, and then I was like, no, I can't. This is so bad. I can't fucking watch this shit.
Yeah. I don't know what. I don't think there's a natural comic book that would lend itself to the musical
Muppets.
form.
You know what? I will tell you what
The
would
Muppets
work.
are just can do
No, I'll
anything,
tell
but
you
they're also
exactly
not a
what would
comic
work.
book.
Just-
I can
well,
tell
they
you
have
what would
one.
work as a musical. The Dazzler would work as a musical. But you'd have to do the Dazzler like fucking Xanadu. Like everybody needs to be coked out of their mind. They need to have people in it that shouldn't fucking be in it. And like it would be like, I feel like it would be like, what was that movie with Cher and Christina Aguilera? Burlesque.
Burlesque.
It'd be
I
like
said
a
Moulin
cross.
Rouge.
I did
I was
not
gonna
know they
say
were
she's
going to
got
together.
real.
Oh, they did. They did, and it was amazing. And the only people in the theater were old gay guys and like.
Well, that's the target audience. It sounds.
Well,
like.
yeah, and it was like huddles of straight women, like just going together and like old gays. And when Cher did her big like song, people like stood up and applauded like in the theater, and I was like, a movie. She's not really there.
Yeah.
I never got why people do that.
Well, I mean, they love
Certain
it.
things
It's
I get.
okay.
Like, to be honest, I fucking lost my shit when I saw Steve Rogers come out of the shadows in Infinity War. Like, I knew he was in the movie, but like, and I was like,
I
oh
get
my
that.
god. And everyone was
I
like,
get that, but like applaud it.
Yeah, or
Like,
when they-
I don't get clapping. I guess if like get hot and bothered when fucking Michael B. Jordan takes his shirt off or whatever, just be like, damn, whatever. But like, I don't know. I never got it.
speaking of Michael B. Jordan, how about that Creed 2 trailer?
Right?
That looks fucking good.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that there's just more amazing Rocky related content.
It's gonna be
I love how
insane.
like
They can make Rocky movies forever. It could be like fucking Stallone's head floating in a like a,
We don't
a,
even
a
need-
glass
He
jar.
can just be the
we don't
speed
even
bag.
need him anymore. It's great.
I'm just saying,
'Cause
but I think here's
If he
what I loved
dies in this
about
one,
Creed.
just like, or oh man,
Here's what I liked about Creed was that it was a perfect continuation. It was it was like one of those rare successful times where a passing of the torch worked. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and I don't know.
I mean,
just-
they did sully Apollo Creed's name by saying that he had an illegitimate son, even though he was like an American hero, or whatever.
Hey,
but
let's be real. We all knew
no, he didn't.
Apollo was
got
getting around.
Oh yeah,
He was-
Oh
he
yeah.
was getting around.
He was that. Yeah, he was.
You don't know that.
He was
faithful.
going to those Xanadu parties. Let's be real.
Yeah, he was on the set.
So I love that they're taking the most bananas. Well, that's not true, but one of the crazier Rocky movies and tying it into Creed. They're by bringing in Drogo and his son.
Oh my
Who's like-
god.
That
yeah.
is absolutely
60
the
pounds.
craziest.
He's
This
60
dude has
pounds.
like 60 pounds on fucking Michael B. Jordan, easy in muscle.
Oh, I was about to
Like,
say. I think he's more than
looked him
60
up
pounds.
and
Jay.
everything, and it says that he's a cage. He's not a cage fighter. He trains in mixed martial arts and boxing and everything like that, but like he doesn't have a record. But he's fucking huge, like 6'7", something like that, and just 250 of muscle.
Well, it's just got to be more in line with Rocky 4 because I mean Stallone was like a foot and a half shorter and
Right.
way
Oh,
tinier.
he what's his name? Dolph Lundgren had like I want to say 60 pounds on him easily too.
Yeah. You know what I want from this? I want there to be a speech, either from Rocky or Creed, where they talk about how they just like fought communism.
Yeah.
Like, because I just love that speech at the end of Rocky 4. First of all, the training montage where he's in the fucking woods in the mountains, like
wilderness.
carrying tree logs and shit with a beard. Great stuff, man.
You should have
I
kept
love
that beard
Rocky.
for the fight.
I never realized how much of like a anti-communism speech that was until I rewatched Rocky 4 like a year ago.
Yeah.
And when he's just like, I fought for myself, like nobody else, and like all that stuff, and it's like, oh, I get it.
I just love, and isn't there part of the speech where it's like, if I can change, maybe you can change, and we can all change America.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the Rocky movie. So the fact that we're getting a second Creed movie, I'm just
Not just
all-
that, but even like starting with Rocky Balboa, like the 6th Rocky movie, the one that came out in like 2008 or whatever.
When it was
Yeah.
him fighting the like heavyweight champion at that time or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
that was a good movie.
that movie was so good.
Yeah.
And
It
I
was
was
a
just
fun
like,
one.
whoa.
Also, I mean, that speech he gives to his son, I mean, it's just,
It's so good.
it's, I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's
It's
up there for
motivational
me.
speaking.
For me, it's up there with, I don't like bullies. I don't care where they're from.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like that as far as like emotional impact, I was like, oh, Rocky. Like, I just love that. Like, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. It's like, just don't blame
That was
him, her, or anybody.
That was a great fucking
Cowards do
speech.
that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Yeah.
It's great. Easily the best part of the movie.
Fun fact is that boxing movies are the highest grossing of sports films.
Really?
Yeah, I don't get it. As somebody who doesn't box or anything, I fucking love a good boxing movie.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, but also,
Because
okay,
it's typically underdog stories that you can relate to the main character.
Yeah.
Like Cinderella Man, Counterpunch, Southpaw.
or you look at Rudy, which is not a boxing movie. It's a football movie. I fucking hate football. I fucking love Rudy.
Remember
never
the
seen
Titans.
Rudy.
I love
Remember the
sports
Titans
movies.
is
Like,
great.
Remember the Titans is every time it's on, I will sit down and watch it. No
Yeah.
shame.
No, but Rudy, honestly, what part always gets me choked up is when Sean, and this is a great performance by Sean Astin, when he gets that acceptance letter, and he's just like reading it over and over, and he's just like crying. I'm just like, because he works so hard. And I just like, oh man, that's like if my heart had testicles, they got kicked there. It's like, oh god,
My heart testicles got kicked. Put that on a t-shirt.
Yep, heart testicles. That'll be our first official T-shirt. Heart testicles.
Wednesday, a comic podcast.
No, but
Heart
underdogs
testicles
are
getting
great. Yeah, but no, that's true. They are great stories, and then that's also kind of the appeal for a lot of comic books. So think about how so many comic book characters are underdogs in their own way.
Dude,
You know,
fucking Hellboy.
dude.
He's from like an indie comic, and he's getting his like third movie, right?
Yeah, third movie.
And this dude
First
looks
reboot.
fucking ripped, and that new movie poster is so cool.
It is super sick.
Officer
and I-
it's the
whatever
cop
his
from
name.
Stranger Things, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Hooper from
Officer
Stranger,
Hooper.
Stranger
Hopper,
Things.
Hooper.
I need to
Hooper
look
Hopper.
at this because Paul told me about it.
He's fucking
I'm-
jacked.
Yeah, that boy put on some muscle.
He's
It looks
not
good,
even just
though.
like jacked. He's like dad jacked.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that looks good. I love the flaming sword too.
Damn.
Like I wouldn't fuck with that daddy.
He, and not to knock the Del Toro Hellboy, because I liked it.
I know the
But-
Del Toro Hellboy was great.
It just didn't feel like the comic book, and I
I
know
never
how.
got super into the comics, so that's why it
Oh,
worked
man.
for me.
The comics are great.
I have a few.
Just
but,
Mike
like,
Mignola's
I
art
just
in
haven't-
general it's so good.
I mean, even if the story was trash, just reading it for Mignola's art. But
Yeah,
so
I have a few.
I'm hoping this movie kind of is more in line with, because you can think about it. The comic is pretty dark. I mean, it's basically Rasputin, summoning a demon baby in World War II.
Mhm.
It just needs to be gothic. I think is what the other movies weren't. I mean, they were fun. I liked them, and I thought Ron.
You're right.
Sorry. There must have been Del Toro summoning a curse because I was talking trash about his movie. Not talking trash because I liked it. And Ron Perlman was great as Hellboy. Oh, it almost fucking started happening again. Holy shit. Anyway,
It's the Pullman curse.
yeah, but they weren't gothic is what I was trying to say. They were fun and I love the action. It didn't feel like it had the right gothic tone. So I'm hoping that this one will. And I know so little about this Hellboy, which is great. I love that. I think we've only seen 2 or 3 pictures from it. So
Right. There's only been a few pictures released so far. I really
Yeah.
like in the Del Toro Hellboy, like the special effects that they use and things like that. It seems like those hold up. Because they also had dudes in like full body outfits and things like that that look a lot better than like just CGI or green screening. Even though we're getting to a point that like fucking Josh Brolin as Thanos is incredible.
oh my god,
But
yeah.
like, I don't know if they're gonna sink that much. I don't think they got Disney money to sink into this.
I don't know. I mean, clearly Domino has an opinion on it.
Yeah, I need to see what my
I-
dog's eating. I'm listening still.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I think Angela just left.
We're good.
I think my wife just literally left me while recording the show.
It happens.
She got up and left, shut the door.
Maybe she had to poop.
I don't know. But I
That's
mean,
where
she
I
took her
go.
phone. Angela didn't take her phone, so I can't call her. So I don't know what's
She's
happening.
lost. She's gone forever.
I guess so.
And
Well,
in her absence,
well, at least if anything should happen, I have this recording as an alibi. Hopefully.
yeah,
We're witnesses. She ran out on
Yeah.
her own.
Yeah. Skype
But,
Records and
You can hear
yeah.
Domino yelling in the background. Help,
Totally.
Daddy, help! She's
Yeah.
gone.
Angela,
What?
did you leave?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
I thought I had a package.
Oh.
They got a notification that a package was delivered.
Oh, okay.
It was not.
I like
This is great
like
for
I heard
podcasts.
I heard you get up and
It's
leave,
good television.
and I was like, wow, my wife just left me during the recording of this podcast. She just up and fucking left.
I did not.
I
I'm
heard the
still
door
here.
open, close. She was like, you know what? Like, I wonder what the turning point was. She was like, Paula's talking mad shit about the Del Toro Hellboy. Fuck this guy. I'm leaving. I'm out.
No.
That was it. That was
Well,
a
the
straw
fun
that
part
broke the
is it
camel's
happened
back.
while your screen was like glitching and everything for
Oh, cool.
I think Rob and I.
Great.
So it was just like Angela just wasn't there.
I am like a horror movie ghost.
It's just like, yeah, it like
fun
glitches
one.
out. And then
When I'm
like,
not here.
and then when I come back, my throat is like just slashed.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the Aziz Ansari joke where he's like, yeah, ghosts like today aren't saying boo, they're saying ooh, because they don't understand technology. Just think about the ghosts of the future when it's us that are dead and we're just like, yo, what's your Wi-Fi password?
Yeah, probably. But, you know, speaking of spouses up and leaving and going crazy, how about that Dark Phoenix trailer?
Yeah.
I have no
Yeah.
interest because I don't like I didn't watch the last one. I'm not going to watch this one.
the X-Men movies are very hit and miss, but I do enjoy their hits. And the last one to me was a very big miss. So I hope this is on the good side.
Well,
What I'm
Wow.
saying.
That was deep, Rob. I like hits, so I hope this is a hit. An essay by Rob Nordberg. And I love just then your video pause where you were like,
Well, he's using double spacing, so, you know.
So
Yeah.
the
Pull
trailer
apart.
tonally I'm into, and I still like the
Okay.
cast from all these movies, but I just
guys, here's what I want to know. How is it that in the timeline of these movies, we're now in the 90s and James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender look amazing?
Yeah.
Like, it's
Dude,
like,
side note,
they're not even
Halle Berry
trying to
looks
like
amazing.
age them. Halle Berry's not in this.
Wasn't she?
No.
Nope. We
Who's
thought you were
playing Storm,
joking. We thought you were joking.
It was
No,
the same
that,
girl.
that person.
That's not Halle Berry. That is a different person.
Okay, I just missed out because I watched it on my phone. Whatever.
AKA, guys, Jay's racist.
Oh,
Rude.
shots fired. Rude. I
Wait, so who's playing Storm then? 'Cause
The
there's
chick
a.
that played Storm in Apocalypse. It's the same.
I didn't watch
it's the same-
Apocalypse.
Oh.
a pack of
Were you
Because
just
it looked like
looking up
trash.
berets?
it was.
You were looking up berets.
I'm a
on your
theater kid,
phone.
damn it. Leave me alone.
No, he just opened up his phone, and the first thing I see is images of berets.
Like, that's the worst thing she's going to find on my phone. Berets. That's it. That's the worst. That's the worst
That's
you will
pretty
find.
bad, though. That's pretty fucking bad. If you start rocking berets, I don't know.
What?
I'm just
Halloween's
saying,
coming
I
up,
don't
dog.
know. I don't.
It's October 1st. Oh, what if
I
it was a
really-
raspberry beret?
That would be adorable.
Anyway, pulling up the cast now. It's Alexandra Shipp as Aurora Monroe.
Okay, well, fuck me on that one.
So-
That's okay. I mean, we're good, Jay.
I wonder.
We don't have to
I
go
wonder
that
if they're
far.
gonna try to just like, because there's like reshoots and shit for this. I think so. I wonder if they try to just wrap it up.
Dude,
Well, I
this
heard-
movie has been delayed so many times.
Well,
it was,
and I heard they like phoned it in.
I mean, I feel like that's been the case for a lot of the X-Men movies.
Well, yeah, but you know,
You can't
Well-
let Marvel get it yet. Look, we're just
It's such
gonna sell
a. It
to
is a
Marvel.
bummer though because, like, James McAvoy and
Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender were great. I thought like young versions.
Dude, First Class is like still one of my favorite X-Men movies.
First Class is fucking incredible.
I haven't seen that one, so.
But you know what I will say though? I've always said
watch
this about
that
the
one.
X-Men movies. First Class had the best Magneto helmet. and they're bringing that helmet back for Dark Phoenix, but it's all in black, and he's just rocking like a black trench coat. So
It looks pretty sweet.
it's got that going for it.
I hate the
and
chick that
matching-
plays Sansa Stark, though.
Sophia Turner.
Yeah,
I
Sansa
don't know.
Gross,
She
Jay.
did a good job. She did a good job in.
She's an actress.
I think she did a good job in
So,
in
say-
Apocalypse. So
I'll say this, though, like, because I hate her character so much, I can't disassociate her from that role as of yet. So, like, I'm
From
not going to
Sansa?
watch her. Yeah.
oh, you still hate Sansa? I like
Fucking
Sansa.
hate Sansa.
I like Sansa
She's
now.
the
She grew.
worst.
She
I
took
hope she
time.
dies so quick.
Oh my god. Well, I like Sansa, and well, I didn't like Sansa initially, but I feel like, you know what? She's, I think, taken some hits. So
What
don't know.
about the matching X-Men uniforms? What do
I
we
like
think?
Love
that.
that. I love it.
I mean, and I love this blue and yellow. Like we're finally getting like at least the iconic color scheme.
Can we just get rid of Jennifer Lawrence, too?
Quicksilver is the best thing about those movies. I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no,
He's
he's
been
great.
He's
We
been a
don't
great
know,
addition.
bro. We don't know, bro. Yeah, he's
Also,
the best.
speaking of people who have not aged, he has not aged.
No,
No, he has looked exactly the same since like American Horror Story.
like the first
The
season.
first season.
Yeah.
Like what was that, like 8 years ago? 10
Yeah.
years ago?
Good bone structure.
Oh, totally. Nice cheekbones. But yeah, here's the thing, because you guys know I'm still on an X-Men kick. Still reading the X-Men comic books, and having read Dark Phoenix, I still don't think they're approaching this the right way. I mean, yeah, sure, there is a scene in space. My problem with the trailer is that it's a little too reminiscent of X3, which I don't know if you guys know this, but they spent a lot of fucking money to undo X3 in the X-Men continuity. Like, Days of Future Past was primarily just to get rid of that fucking third movie. And it's like, oh, she's got troubles. Xavier's gonna do this thing where he puts something in check, and everyone's like, Charles, how could you? And again,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, and it's the same writer. It is the same writer who wrote X3.
Really?
Yes.
Why would they do that?
Who the fuck knows?
Why would they do that though? For
I don't-
real? Like,
I-
why
I-
would they do that?
I literally do
don't-
not know.
okay.
Have you guys ever heard the pitch from the X2 writer? I forget his name. Is it Mike Doherty? He went on to direct that Trick or Treat movie.
Ooh.
I was listening to
love
like a
that
podcast
movie.
that he was on years ago, and he pitched, or like he said his pitch for X2 and X3 and how to handle the Dark Phoenix saga, and it was so good. And I was just like, oh god, why couldn't we have let this happen?
Aw.
Well, you know what? I think that's, before I heard all this terrible shit about Bryan Singer, I was really mad at him for having not directed X-Men 3 to do Superman Returns. And I was like, wow, you left X-Men to make this shitty Superman movie. I will never forgive you. And then I heard about all the shit he was doing to boys at parties, and I was like, wow, double fuck you, Bryan Singer.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I missed all that.
I
Sorry,
think-
I was talking to someone.
That's okay. Bryan
I
Singer.
think they should have gone full on. What's his name? Matthew Vaughn.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because First Class, I remember first seeing First Class and being like, this was good, and then watching it again and being like, oh wait, no, this is really good,
Dude,
especially for an X-Men movie.
do you
I
know
don't
what that
know.
movie originally was? That was originally a Magneto Nazi Hunter movie. Which, what the fuck? Why didn't we get that movie?
So, okay, here was my beef with First Class. They didn't just like make them gay for each other. That
Oh god, they totally have the hospital. Eric, let go.
dude, let go. Him holding onto that submarine underwater. And
Yeah,
holding
but
it,
he's
let go.
but he's
Or then,
holding
like,
Magneto from behind.
Yeah, or when he wipes the tear and he's like, "Thank you for sharing that memory with me."
That was a beautiful
Those
memory,
memories
Eric.
good. Like, I was like, they were so gay for each other. If they just made out, that movie would have been in my top 10.
Also,
forever.
if Magneto and Charles Xavier,
Forever.
part of the fallout is because they were like former lovers.
Oh my god, that makes so much more sense.
I feel like there's a
And
lot.
I'm sorry, but I just never, ever bought Magneto as straight. I just never bought it. It's like, okay, you're
Well-
not fooling anybody. Have as many kids as you want, man.
He's
It's
wearing
still
purple
not-
underwear on the outside of his red
Yeah,
tights.
you're not fooling
In a cape.
I mean,
anybody. You
they
are
did cast
so
one of the most
gay.
elegantly gay men in the world to play him originally.
They did.
Yeah.
They did. He's so
Oh.
gay though. Magneto
For a
is
second, I was gonna be like,
He
is
is.
Fassbender gay? Nope, you meant McAvoy.
Ah, he
Not
could be.
McAvoy.
Ian
I know
McKellen.
nothing about Michael.
Okay,
I know
you know
nothing
what the
about Michael
number one
Fassbender.
giveaway though was for Magneto being gay was the fact that he was like, well, at the time because these stories were written in the 60s,
Right.
so he was like a younger man, you know, with white hair that he owned. Like, he owned white hair. Straight guys usually tend to dye that shit because they're just like, oh, it makes me look older and I want to date younger women, blah, blah, because they're dumb. Straight guys are stupid. But he saw it and he was like, oh, I need to rock this. And I was like, you're gay.
I took it as more of
What
this
about
is what the
Steve Martin?
well, Steve Martin. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah. I always took it as this is sort of what the Holocaust did to me, and I want the world to see, and the world will burn.
Yeah,
for it.
no, he's fucking gay. He was like, he saw it and was like, damn, I look good and I'm going to own this. And I was like, yeah, you gay.
He's like an Anderson Cooper,
Yep.
which,
Yeah, that's
by the
Monster
way,
Hunters.
that
He's
looks
the-
good on Anderson Cooper. BTW.
Right? Right?
Silver Fox.
He fucking knows. He knows. He's like, I look so good.
Yeah, he's a pretty
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yep.
that was the first giveaway. There are more, but that's just the one that I really wanted to point out right now.
But yeah, so I think I want to see Dark Phoenix out of curiosity, but at the same time, though, you know, I know there's some people who, you know, are purists and think that, well, you know, the comic exists in a certain way. But I feel like if you were to do the Chris Claremont Dark Phoenix justice, I don't know if you would be doing it justice. There's like the Hellfire Club and space and the Shi'ar Empire and
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
There are planets being destroyed and like, you know, it's like first Jean is good and then she's bad. She gets consumed by the power, destroys a planet. She goes back to being good. Lilandra's like, nope, you got to pay for your crimes. And which was hard because Lilandra and Xavier were lovers in space.
Space
you know,
lovers!
like you would do, yeah.
I want that movie.
Yeah, so I don't know, a lot of weird shit. But then again, I never thought an Avengers Infinity War thing could work, and here we are, like almost 4 Avengers movies in.
The thing, like again, the thing Marvel
To
had,
quote Kevin Garnett,
at the-
anything is possible.
but like Marvel had so long to build up those movies, and X-Men keeps trying to throw in Dark Phoenix after, I don't know, 2 movies. It's like
Stop.
that shit needs to be built up.
Yes, I
because-
Two
agree.
movies
Or
with like 10-year time gaps in between each one.
you know what I also think too? Maybe just don't do Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, there's plenty
Those
other
are
shit.
cool.
Let's go to Mojoverse.
Oh fuck
Let's
yeah! Bring in
go
Long
to
Shot,
Australia. Yeah,
Do that
there's
prehistoric
plenty of
shit.
nonsense.
Savage Land.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Oh, Savage Land would be so dope.
I mean, I just the idea of like Wolverine and Cyclops running from a Tyrannosaurus Rex
Yeah,
excites the shit out of me.
that's pretty great.
You
I
know,
support it.
I mean, yeah, and then you get what's his face with his jungle cat. What the fuck is his name? I'm totally
Jungle
blanking.
Cat?
Kazar.
Yeah, cat. Yeah, Kazar.
No, is it Kazar?
Just get Pete Holmes to be Professor Xavier and do a bunch more of those skits.
Apparently, Kazar is a very popular South African coffee pod for the Nespresso machine.
That's his mutant power.
And that's, I'm assuming that's on your Amazon suggested account now.
Okay, I just typed in Kazar. Oh, I used 2 A's. The one with 2 A's
Oh no,
is the coffee. A single A is the shirtless loincloth wearing Kazar we all know and love.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
I mean, and then you could do Sauron, that giant talking pterodactyl dude, like you know, the guy who was human and turned into a fucking.
Mhm.
I dig it. I dig
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. That
That panel
steals
with him-
people's life energy and whatnot. Kind of like Rogue.
Oh God, and that's something else I hope Marvel does right. Especially if they're doing Captain Marvel, I want to see a rogue who can fly and fucking
Yeah.
toss cars through buildings.
And is charming
And
and
who is so saucy.
entertaining.
Who is
I want
so
a Gambit
saucy.
that actually has a cool accent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the
Have we
entire
ever, though,
time, not
had-
just like a hello, mon ami. And then just
Yeah,
like,
well,
hey, what's up,
that.
buddy?
Dude, you know who, oh, I'm blanking on his name, but you know the guy who did the voice of Martian Manhunter in the Justice League cartoon?
Mm-hmm.
He did the voice of Gambit in that X-Men cartoon, the Wolverine and X-Men that I've been watching.
Oh, shit.
So, hey, listen, if you want to cast a black guy to be Gambit, if he can do the accent right,
Hmm.
Yeah.
There you go.
I can't tell if that was racist or not,
No.
but
Gambit
I
can
don't
be
think he's
black.
one of those characters that like needs to specifically be a certain ethnicity.
He's Cajun. It would actually make a lot of sense if he
Yeah.
was black.
yeah,
It'd be really nice, actually.
yeah.
So yeah, make Gambit black.
Just be a curveball if he was Japanese.
Hashtag make Gambit black. We're starting it here now. Sorry, bag of potatoes. What's his name?
What?
Bag of
Channing Tatum.
potatoes.
Thank you, Channing Tatum.
Oh, bag of potatoes.
Oh, that's an old throwback. That's
that
like
is.
That is.
That is.
what's the episode?
That would. That
That's
would.
like episode
Guys,
3
I
or
still
something.
kind of feel bad about that. Let's not.
That would
bring
be like
up.
if this was a comic book, there would be that little star, and then at the bottom in the yellow box, like, see episode 3 of Wednesday.
When Angela was being unnecessarily mean about Channing Tatum. Although I was unnecessarily mean about like
A lot of things.
a lot of things today, like musicals and Stray Guys being dumb. So, but you are.
Do you remember when was it? The store got an angry phone call because it's about Kevin Smith and a moo.
Oh no, that was us. Like on Reddit or something.
Oh.
Because I talked about Kevin Smith wearing a muumuu, and somebody said I was like fat shaming Kevin Smith, and I was like, no, just pointing out the fact that he was wearing a muumuu.
His giant hockey jerseys.
Yeah,
He's now a very skinny
fair.
man
He is.
after almost
He is.
dying. So
he had a scare, and he's got his shit together, and
And we're all relieved because I love Kevin
relieved.
Smith.
I'm very relieved.
I also love Kevin Smith.
I don't.
We weren't
want
saying-
anybody.
No,
to
we
be
didn't say that.
hurt.
No, of course not. We're team good
Oh,
times.
we are team good
I
times.
can think of some people that I would like to have hurt.
That we will not name on this show at this time. So check out iTunes, Podbean,
We're not talking
Instagram,
politics,
Stitcher.
Was there another trailer, or did we cover all the trailers? I feel
Captain
like
Marvel.
Oh yeah,
Captain. We said the best
I
for
f-
last.
I was trying to do that segue about like
it has been like a
We
month
ruined
since that
it.
trailer came out, and somehow we've forgot
It's like
to
2
talk
weeks,
about
isn't
it. I don't know. My
It feels
brain,
like-
everything's
it
a
feels
year
like
ago.
month. It feels like a fucking
That's fair.
month because I just need this. This has been the
looks
longest
so
year
cool.
because of Infinity War. This year has been so long.
yeah, it looks good. I'm excited to see Skrulls. Although I think Jay brought up a good point about how they look a little too Star Trekky, like you would see them on, like on an episode of Star
Yeah.
Trek.
I'm okay with that.
I mean, the thing is,
I love Star Trek.
I mean, I do too. But
I love
my
it so
thing
much.
is, for all we know, it may not be the final version.
Right.
And also, I gotta say, I still love the chins. I think they got the wrinkly chin bit right.
Marvel loves their like wrinkle chins. They're like weird testy
What?
chins.
Yeah, right. What Star Lord said in Infinity
They
War.
love testicle
It
chins.
was like nutsack for a chin.
Yeah, sack chins.
sack chins.
Who doesn't love good sack chin? A scrote
Who doesn't
face.
love a good sack heart?
Scrotums on your face and pockets.
What I love too is that like somebody did like the man thing where it's like, oh, Brie Larson, why aren't you like smiling in your movie poster? So she photoshopped
fuck
all
you.
the
That
Like-
was great.
she
That was
photoshopped
really
all the
good.
movie posters from Marvel to have the dudes be smiling, and they look
That was
ridiculous with
nice.
like googly eyes too.
Dude, the Captain
That's
America Winter
awesome.
Soldier one was actually a little terrifying. The
That's
way he's
amazing. I need to
Little
see
bit.
this. How
it
did I
was
miss
it was
this?
almost like a Fire Marshal Bill smile, like the way.
That's amazing. That's amazing. She's such a troll. I love that.
Also, can we just talk about how fucking badass she looks and how good the
Yeah.
costume looks?
I definitely like
Like-
the red and blue more than the green.
Yeah, I agree. But it looks so good. Like it
And
looks
the mohawk is real cool too.
Oh, the
It looks
Mocha.
just
yeah.
like I want it to look.
Yeah. The powers look a little weird, like a little different from how I imagined, but like it's still pretty
there
cool
it
for like
is.
cosmic. Like I don't know how they would do cosmic energy, pretty much.
I like how much
got you,
people online are
darling. I
saying it
got
just looks
you.
like she's going Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah, it
so
does.
creepy. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's amazing. Everyone's smiling.
yeah. I was just showing Angela
The photoshopped everyone smiling. Oh God.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
yeah, good stuff.
That's awesome.
I like how the biggest reveal in the trailer, like the part that they play for the most dramatic, like, response is Nick Fury turning his head and not having an eye patch.
Yep. And looking not old as fuck.
Dude, the de-aging is great, and I'm excited to see Clark Gregg again as Phil Coulson,
I know, I've
And
missed
he
that
looks
guy.
super young too.
as he should. I love the blockbuster video bit.
So
or
is
crashing
Nick
through the
Fury
roof.
gonna lose his eye in this one?
That's
I
what
hope
the
not.
theory is.
I hope not, because I think that
I
should be
think-
a mystery. Because he said
So-
in
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier, he said the last
last
time I
time.
trust somebody, I lost an eye, and I kind of like the idea that that is like not being shared.
I'll say what I think it is. I think they're gonna have this be the event where that dude is talking about, where Nick Fury went behind his back to save a bunch of people, and that event is going to be. You know what I'm talking about? In Winter
I know
Soldier?
what you're talking about. I thought that was explained though when that happened, like in another place. I don't know, maybe.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
He just said like Nick Fury went behind my back after like saying that he trusted me, and like I need a dude that is like that to work behind the scenes for me. And I think that this is going to be that event, or she's going to help out, and he might lose his eye from it because he
Could
trusted
be.
that dude, and things backfired.
Maybe. I'm just excited to see some scrolls. I'm excited to see this almost Green Lantern core thing they got going on with Jude Law as like the Captain Marvel. I think
yeah.
he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be the male Captain Marvel from the comic books.
I'd like to have a Nova, just at some point. I'm just saying.
Oh, Nova.
Yeah, I think that'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, we need to see more of that. I mean,
Nova would be cool.
yeah, we got little tidbits in Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm also excited that speaking of Guardians of the Galaxy, one of the the henchmen from Guardians is going to be in Captain Marvel. And I know that was incredibly vague.
Oh, yeah,
'cause I was
yeah,
like,
I saw it.
I was like the guy from The Thing who had that
And
line.
I also
who said,
have
"Who?"
fucking Ronan.
Yeah.
What's his dick?
Ronan the Accuser.
Yeah,
Ronan
That
the
dick that can't dance.
Accuser.
Yeah.
but still super jacked and pretty hot. Just saying.
I can't believe that's also the elf dude from The Hobbit.
Yeah,
Right?
The fabulous elf.
he's so fabulous, so fucking fabulous. I
fucking
have so many
fabulous.
reaction gifs with him in it because I'm like, he's like my spirit animal. This fucked up
Perfect.
face.
Another
I love that.
kind of, I guess, unrelated news story I just saw pop up. It's been going around today that Tom Hardy said in an interview that his favorite 40 minutes of Venom were cut out of the movie.
Oh, Jesus.
Awesome.
His favorite 40 minutes. How long could that movie possibly be?
That is pretty
How can
insane.
you have a favorite 40 minutes? Like, yeah,
I don't know,
there's
but
this
that's-
40-minute like action sequence where I'm just like fucking ripping dudes' heads off while I'm still banging a chick, and it's dope.
Yeah, sorry, Mr. Hardy. We had to cut that. Didn't test well with audiences.
I don't think this movie's gonna test well with audiences.
I feel like this movie's going to be bad.
It's going to test well with bros.
I mean,
Yeah,
everyone
that's
that
right,
loves Tom
dog.
Hardy.
Don't.
That gruff just said it all. Like Venom.
She's getting antsy because she's been inside most of the day, and she wants to.
Aww.
I guess this
Stupid
movie might play
vacations.
well with the people who are really into
Tom Hardy and him sweating.
no, like mid
shit Jersey accent.
2000s, like
Insane
hip-
clown posse.
no, but like like the underworld crowd.
Yeah,
People
I
who
know what you're
like-
talking about.
Did anybody hear that Venom song by Eminem?
Yeah.
No, I
Oh
have
my god,
no
that's
desire.
hilarious.
Tell him what you did.
What I did.
What did you do, Paul?
This is what I think you're relating to. I was talking to some friends at work, and I was when I heard about Eminem doing the Venom thing as a joke, I was like, "Oh, Venom gonna get him," and then they were like, "Paul, you can't rap," and I was like, "I know, it was a joke," and then sure enough, that's the chorus.
It's literally the. Oh my god.
I listened to it
Venom
once
gonna
and
get
just didn't
him.
pay attention to it, and I was like, this is awful.
I mean, it's not Eminem's best.
Well, yeah, I've never been
It's,
an Eminem
it's
fan.
very silly.
I'll say he
never been
redeemed himself pretty well with that album with fucking Kill Shot.
Yeah, no, I've never cared for Eminem. I saw commentary on his talent. I think he's very talented. I just don't really
It's a to each their own
like his
situation.
stuff. Exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of to each their own, what have we been reading this week?
I have been. Well, anime's finishing up. My Hero Academia just finished. I watched the last episode of that for this season. Finally, I think they should have finished it like 2 episodes earlier, but whatever. To each their own. I just picked up a new video game, Valkyria Chronicles 4, and I've only ever played the first one, but they're not like in a chronological order sort of thing. So, and the first game is incredible. This one's, it's fun enough. I'm probably gonna get like 100 hours of gaming out of it. And my dog's being a brat. That's all me.
Domino's sleeping right now. She's watching us. And just laying
Show
there.
a picture of my face, that'll get her razzled up.
She was sad you left.
No, I didn't hear whimpers as I walked out the door.
Hey,
Fuck
I didn't hear any
off, man."
puppy. Yeah.
No, she definitely missed you. It just took you guys a while because you pushed her. You were like, "Hey, love me," and she's like, "No, you can't
Pet her
push
occasionally
her.
and let her lick my face after I had food on it.
You gotta ignore her. And it's
I did
hard
ignore
because
her
she's
a lot
cute.
of times.
You were very up in her shit.
So, Rob, what have you been reading?
Different interpretations.
I haven't been reading much, but what have I been doing? Been busy. I did play in a Magic the Gathering pre-release. The new set came out this weekend.
Whoa.
It's very fun.
What kind of deck did you have?
I made a blue, black, and green deck, mostly blue and black.
3 combo.
But-
Huh?
So the new set that's out is all 2-color pairs.
Mm-hmm.
So
That makes sense.
3 happens,
You're just throwing like an occasional like green whatever. Just be like, ha, fuck you, noob.
Makes your mana better. Just
Yeah.
green's helpful. Also, I saw the movie A Simple Favor yesterday.
How is it?
It was weird. It's a weird movie. Speaking of like comedy directors making movies, this was Paul Feig,
Yep.
the guy who directed Bridesmaids.
And
it's-
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, he's a terrible director. The movie was fine, but just he himself has zero like a visual style. The movie's entertaining though. Blake Lively, she's very funny in it. Anna Kendrick is a little over the top, not her best work. I don't know. It's weird. It's a very weird movie. It's like a thriller comedy. It doesn't make sense.
I love how Rob went to
Weird.
say interesting and went to weird. It's into weird.
I don't know like if it succeeded in what it was trying to do. It's like if you took a movie like Gone Girl and mixed it with
She's all that.
I don't know. It's not She's All That, but like
Haven't
Bridesmaids,
seen it.
Weekend at
Clueless
Bernie's.
or something. I don't fucking know.
That's weird.
It's a weird movie. I don't know if I would recommend paying to see it. I'm sure it'll end up on HBO or something. It's worth a watch, but it's a very just deeply bizarre movie.
So
All right.
I'm hearing not good. That's what I'm taking from
It wasn't
Rob's.
bad though. It was entertaining. I think if a good director like a visual director handled it, it would have been significantly better.
I'm gonna cut you off because you just reminded me of something that I
Reminded
wanted
me
to
of
share.
something, too.
Oh, then Jay, why don't you go first?
I watched Predators.
Oh, how was it?
Was that
I
the new
actually
one?
the new one. I had a lot of fun with it. I think it got some bad reviews, but like, it's just a dumb action movie where it's just like people actually fighting aliens and just running away. Like, a lot of stuff doesn't make sense. It's just good comedy and like fun action.
I
I mean, it's Shane Black.
I liked the Predator with Adrian Brody.
I never saw that.
I
That
was
came out- I remember
surprised
that.
at how good it was, and Adrian Brody was fucking jacked, and I was like, "What? What am I watching?" It was crazy. I really liked it. I thought it was fun, but that's not what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to tell you guys, you need to see Mandy.
Oh my god, yes.
I want to see that so bad.
It's
Is that
so
the thing
good.
you told me to watch, Paul?
Yeah,
To see Mandy.
it is good.
Is it in theaters only, or is it?
No, we
It's in theaters,
rented it
but you can rent it on Amazon.
on Amazon. It is in theaters. I mean, check it out in theaters. Get it on Amazon. Do what you need to do, but you need to see this movie.
What is it?
It's
The less you know,
Nicolas-
the better.
It's Nicolas Cage. Just look at the trailer.
Yeah, watch the trailer.
because
and
that's
it.
the only. Here, I'm gonna send you guys the trailer right now.
I've seen the trailer and I need to
haven't.
see it.
I mean,
I
Rob,
saw
if you
an
want to
Paul
talk,
posted
I
it,
saw
and
the-
I was like, "Is that Nicolas Cage?" I was like, "I have no
Yeah.
idea what
Yes,
this
it
is."
is.
I was like,
Rob,
just watch it.
yeah, Rob, but you're saying about like a director like not having vision. This has an uncompromising vision.
Oh,
It's amazing.
Completely uncompromising. It's the craziest thing. Yeah. I don't even.
It kind of has that like that kind of 80s synth vibe thing going on.
I always love when they have that.
And just when you think that you might be getting sick of that, you watch this movie and you're like, nope, this is still fucking amazing.
Is it a spoiler to say chainsaw duel?
I mean, it's in the trailer.
Yeah.
But there's a
Spoilers.
chainsaw duel.
There's a
Spoiler.
chainsaw duel. It's like
If that doesn't sell you on, it's yeah.
I just sent the
yeah.
trailer
Watch
to
the
the
trailer,
messenger.
guys, because
you guys because we were looking for something to watch because we're in like horror mode because it's October 1st and we want horror movies. Halloween.
I think my first is gonna be Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Well, yeah, and we were looking, and Paul's like, "Oh my god, I've been hearing wild shit about Mandy," and I'm like, "What?" And I see Nicolas Cage, and I'm like, "Okay, let me watch this trailer," and like, my jaw dropped and stayed that way through the trailer, through the entire movie.
it's awesome.
It was crazy. It was amazing. And Nicolas Cage is like, usually he is like at 120%. He's at 200% in this movie. It's amazing.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
and,
I just saw pictures of him covered in blood, and I was like, I'm in.
Oh yeah. No, it's awesome. Like,
So.
yeah, you guys gotta check it out. Cause yeah, it's just so good.
I'm into it. I'm down.
Yeah. So, yeah, Mandy was great. I'm trying to think what else. Well, as I mentioned, I've been watching. I'm not watching, but reading X-Men. They're now in Australia.
It's the best.
It's Wolverine, Rogue, Dazzler, Longshot, Madeline Pryor, who is really good at computers now. And yeah, and they have an Aborigine who
Gateway,
doesn't
right?
what? Yeah, Gateway.
Is-
Yep. He just hangs
Good
out,
guy.
hangs out on a
He's a
hill,
good guy.
and then transports him around. And Genosha just got introduced. And it's definitely not Magneto's place first. It definitely belongs to somebody else, and they don't like mutants. So
I always liked Genosha as an idea, especially when Magneto was there.
yeah. Right now he ain't there, and shit's going down. So yeah, that's what I've been reading. Also, I did read Heroes in Crisis, which is like the new DC event by Tom King. It kind of focuses on Booster Gold and Harley Quinn, which is interesting.
Yeah.
There are two big deaths in there that I was a little surprised by, and I don't know if it'll stick. I'm hoping it's a fake out. I don't want to say who, unless you guys want to know, and I'll tell you. So, needless to say, it wasn't a strong first issue, but strong enough for me to want to read the second issue. So yeah,
check it out.
Heroes in Crisis. Yeah, Harley Quinn and Booster Gold, I think, is a good kind of selling point, because that's people I wouldn't imagine having a team up, or are they? I don't know, but we'll find out.
Is this like Mad Max and Evil Dead?
I think I was looking at Jay's face. I was like, I think
That's
I
a
just
great
finished
way
the
to
trailer.
That's a great way to describe
Yeah.
it. Mad Max and Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe a little Hellraiser mixed in.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot, and he does stuff that it's like definitely, you can see the inspiration from other places, but he does it in a way that is so unique that I'm like, holy shit.
Well, Nicolas Cage always gives a bonkers performance no matter what he's doing.
He is so good in this movie.
Yeah.
I got 30 seconds left.
Yeah, I'm okay
Sorry,
with
I saw the
Nicolas
weird
Cage
sword
being a
thing.
psycho.
That weird
Oh,
ass
yeah.
weapon that he has.
Dude, I'm telling you guys, just go see it.
And he's just
The,
like,
like,
it's
straight up
evil. I'm
Klingon.
fighting evil.
The Klingon like weapon. Like,
Shit,
I can't.
You know what? I may want to watch it again.
I need to own this movie.
I mean, I think we still have some time on the rental. We probably could watch it again if we wanted to.
Well, no, it goes up tonight, so
It said last night. Well,
is it 48 hours or 24 hours?
it's 48.
Oh
We
shit.
probably should watch it again.
We should.
All right, guys, we're gonna watch Mandy, but y'all know the drill. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, iTunes.
That's not the size of a chainsaw. That's like a chainsaw. Sorry.
Dude, if that's like, I don't even know how to
It's
respond
like
to that.
12
You
chainsaws.
should just still watch it. That's not the most absurd thing that happens in that movie.
I don't know if like I should be watching this by myself right after this, or if I should be like waiting to watch it with other people.
Why don't you by yourself? Turn the lights out.
It's nice.
Well, I'm not going to get creeped out or anything like that. I don't. Get
No,
creeped
you're not
out
gonna
by
get
movies.
creeped out. But
It's Nicolas Cage. The only that's the creepiest part about this movie.
he's glorious in this.
Yeah.
Tour de force.
Yeah.
Performance
For all
of a
the cliche-
lifetime.
Yeah.
You guys
By
just
the
need to
Playlist magazine.
But no, you know what it reminds me of, and not in the sense of like it's nothing like this movie, but in the sense of how it like sticks in your brain.
Mamma Mia.
No, I was gonna say House, the Japanese movie, the Japanese horror movie, House. Have you guys seen it?
I have not.
I've seen
Oh,
Audition
God.
though.
No.
I get what you're saying. Though.
No, you need to see House. It is House. It's like from the 70s, and I saw this movie. Well, I saw the trailer for it, and I was like, "This is just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs Japanese stuff." And then I saw the movie, and I was like, "I am obsessed with this," and it stuck in my brain. I immediately had to buy it for myself because it was so.
Suicide Club is
good.
another one of those movies for me too.
Like it's House. So basically, when Jaws came out, like I guess the Japanese Hollywood
glucose in
equivalent
the
was like,
background.
hey, they went to this guy who made ads, like commercials, and was like, hey, we want you to make the next Jaws. And he said, okay. And so he made this movie House, but to him, it wasn't a horror movie. He was trying to make a fantasy, like a whimsical fantasy surrounding this group of girlfriends, like high school girlfriends. And it's like, what? Like real that was your mission? Like it's bananas, but it is so great, and they do things visually in that movie that I'm just like, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, go see Mandy.
After you give us 5 stars on iTunes, go watch Mandy.
I
Yeah.
interrupted that part, huh? My bad.
It's all good. But as always, enjoy your issues.
Team Good Times.